All right, Shalom. Shalom, giving our praises, our glory, our honors unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Tazawam from GMS Atlanta. Back with another edifying video. An update to the coming MOTB, in which the MOTB stands for the Mark of the Beast, which is found in Revelation, the 13th chapter, 16 and 17th verse, and 18th verse, which is the prophecy of a coming physical implant, which will be which will be tied into a digital infrastructure, a global digital infrastructure, in which every human, rich or poor, small or great person, will be identified and allowed to participate in day-to-day affairs, pursuant to compliance with obtaining that said implant, whether it be in your head, your hands, or your arm, any part of your body, which is a part of the Internet of Things, Internet of Bodies, digital system, as well as the Beast banking system infrastructure that is being set up. And with all that being said, this, what I have up here from biometricupdate.com, this is another step closer to the MOTB coming into the lives of citizens around the world. So we're almost at that point where we're going to see people using this technology. So this says MLB, which is Major League Baseball, which are the different baseball teams and clubs, the National Baseball League here in America, the U.S. And it says MLB pushes ahead with biometric entry as teams offer free tickets for participating fans. So the marketing for the biometric MOTB system is moving full steam ahead. The same way they offered free jump shots, free hamburgers, different meal deals at various fast food and other restaurants for the jump shot in 2021, when they fast track the different companies, medical companies, whether it be Pfizer or Moderna or J&J. Different American citizens and people were offered free incentives if they were willing to take the jump shot. So now the MLB is saying that they'll give out free tickets if you participate in their new biometric entry system at their stadiums. And we here at GMS, Great Millstone, started with our apostles, elders, bishops, we've all been saying that they're going to introduce this system that's going to be in a convenient manner for everyone because they want everyone to get it. Now, what they're doing is something called gradualism. Okay? Matter of fact, let me look up that word here. Right? Oh, and by the way, the Apostle Hart, he did a video, what was it, yesterday? Maybe a day and a half ago, going into the beast banking system. And so I looked it up for myself, and they're going to introduce this new banking system in Europe, which it stands for the Banking Euro Area Stress Test. It's a large-scale, semi-structural model developed to analyze the Euro area banking system, the different regions that use the euro currency, from a macro-prudential perspective. So basically from a large, intense studying perspective. So they're pretty much studying and analyzing how this new system is going to affect the different banks. It says the model combines the dynamics of approximately 90 of the largest euro area banks. So this is like a pilot system with those of individual euro area economies. Okay? So this is all the different information. And see, this is what we do. Here at GMS, all we do is we just Google the information that we get, that we heard someone say. You know, we don't just take everyone's word for it. Okay? We look things up. And you get all this information, right? All this information. On the banking system. All right? So now let's look up, well, not just the banking system, but the system, BEAST, banking system. So now let's look up, right, gradualism. Right? Gradualism. A policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. Right, not sudden change, but a revolution that happens over time. Matter of fact, let me see here. Let's go to the AI. You know, the AI is right sometimes. It says overview. Gradualism is a theory, and all the AI does is just compile the definitions. You know, it has links to actual articles, so it's not anything weird. Okay, AI overview. Gradualism is a theory or hypothesis that assumes change happens gradually over time, rather than in large steps. The word comes from the Latin word gratus or gratis. Similar concepts include incrementalism, right, in small increments things change, reformism, and uniformitarianism. Okay, policy. So let's get the definition of gradualism and policy. The policy of approaching a desired end by gradual stages rather than by drastic change. And this is what happened, and this is what is happening around the world. They're slowly introducing a digital global system gradually, not by drastic change. You know, they didn't just go from you know, rotary phones to cordless phones, and then jump to the MOTB, where you have a Neuralink or implant in your hand. No, they introduced, flip phones, cellular phones. Then they introduced smartphones. Then they introduced tablets. Now they're starting to introduce, VR. Then they introduce AI, right? These VR headsets. It's a gradual system over time. They didn't just go from paper dollar bills and coins to buying and selling with the implant in your hand or forehead. No, they introduced credit cards. Then they introduced debit cards. Then they introduced debit cards with the C-hip in it. Then they introduced, you can pay with your smartphone. So RFID, NFC in your smartphone. So there was a change over time. That's gradualism. So now going back to the article here with the MLB, they're introducing biometrics, not abruptly, right? But they're doing it little by little. Your favorite store, grocery store, use biometrics, Amazon Go, like novelty, pilot programs with certain notable companies, Fortune 500 companies trying pilot programs tied into certain other governmental programs and things like that. Okay? So now let me get into this article. It says, Major League Baseball is continuing its push to deploy the biometric go-ahead entry system at ballparks across the league, with some teams even offering free tickets to those who opt in to the facial recognition program. Now they're calling it opt-in. It's optional, just, give us your name, your number, your email address, your actual address, what's your bank account, can we get your route and your account number? They ask all this type of information, right? And then they'll put your info into this big data entry system. You take a photo, take a picture, and now you can use your eye scan or your face scan, maybe a fingerprint, and then you can get into these different venues. So this is gradualism here. It says WFLA Florida reports that the Tampa Bay Rays franchise is giving away 2 free tickets to a Rays home game. I'm pretty sure this is like the G League for baseball. I forget what is the name of it, but they're like attached. They're a team attached to the major league team, but they're for like maybe players that need development team, or like arena football. You have the G League and the NBA, right? And then now you have, I'm guessing, a similar development system for baseball. Anyway, so it says it is giving away 2 free tickets to a Rays home game at Tropicana Field to fans who enroll in go-ahead entry. The park is also modifying its gates to accommodate the biometric system, with Gate 7 reserved exclusively for the program and go-ahead entry lanes added to Gates 1, 5, and 6. Okay? So, they're There's the info right there. There's the info. So, first one team introduces it, then another team introduces it. But then now with these NFL stadiums, these football teams, here in Atlanta, the stadium, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, is totally cashless. It's a cashless, cashless concessions. When I went to a couple of games when it first opened, me and another brother in the camp, they had the Atlanta United, the soccer league, the soccer league, known as football league. Anyway, they would send the tickets to your email, and then the email will open up a code. The code will have a QR code number on it, and then you just show the QR code to the entry gate, and they'll scan the tickets, and you walk right on in. Okay, so this is what is slowly but surely manifesting as what Revelation 13 and 17 means by, unless you have that charagma, the M-A-R-K, that mark, you won't be able to buy and sell. First is opt-in. It's a program that you can participate in. We'll give you a couple of free tickets, maybe a couple of free hot dogs, a free beer, just to see how we're going to introduce it to the fans. That's how these things start off. But all of these different governments and countries around the world are also introducing a biometric system along with digital wallets and national digital IDs. So this isn't just some isolated, this is just what we're doing with the baseball teams. No, this is something that is a global effort to digitize the world. Okay? Okay, let's see. It says, enrollment and go-ahead entry requires fans to register a selfie on the MLB Ballpark app. Everything is an app. Everything has an app. Hey, you brothers that have jobs, you sisters, I'm pretty sure your job has some kind of app, or its system. Its system is tied to some kind of app. Maybe a clock in, clock out system is on an app on your smartphone. Of course, I know certain jobs have ID cards. You scan a card, a badge. That's been going on for years. But I'm talking about these apps. Your favorite restaurant has an app. Download the app. QR code. Scan the QR code. Everything is QR codes and apps now. Just downloading everything. There's a digital world being built around us, and you got Israelite groups like the IUIC, IGBK denying that the MOTB is something physical that's going to be tied to a digital system. But that's why we say that the leaders of those groups and other groups sold out, or Yahweh Basham Shah has just blinded them to seeing the truth. But hey, at the end of the day, that doesn't make GMS wrong. GMS has the truth, and it's obvious. It says now face biometrics are then converted to a unique alphanumeric token attached to the user's account. They get your email, because if you got the app, then your email is tied to the app. You get updates. You can put in your debit card, maybe a credit card on the app, so you can buy things. Buy from our digital gift shop. You know, come on, man. It says, uh, then it says the original photo is deleted. So they're already using a photo system on some of these apps. Per a release from MLB, when an enrolled fan walks through go-ahead entry lanes, a facial authentication camera scans their face to match with the enrolled tokens in the system and allows access. This is leading up to the MOTB. Like I said, it's opt-in now, it's smartphone and iris scans and face scans now, but eventually, just like the Neuralink, they're gonna put that device inside your hand. Just wave your hand. Wave your hand and go. It's coming. It says the facial recognition access control system recently rolled out at Great American Ballpark, home of the Cincinnati Reds, bringing the total number of stadiums using biometrics to 6. So 6 stadiums are already using biometrics here in America, including parks in Philadelphia, where it was piloted, Houston, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, and Kansas City. Go-ahead entry uses biometric technology provided by NEC, but the overall system is proprietary to MLB. What is the NEC website? NEC.com. Hey man, click these links in these articles, man. All these things are official information. Biometric authentication. Realizing a safe and secure world with digital technology. And it's based out of Japan. So you got the Ammonites involved in all of this. Since the 1970s. Yeah, so biometrics goes back decades. When your parents were children in the 70s and 80s. And the apostles were young. This type of technology has been around for a long time, but it's all leading somewhere. Where is it leading to? It's leading to the MOTB, which is emerging now. And these biometrics are taking the world by storm. Vegas police still believe plastic wristbands are best security option as professional sports leagues lead into normalizing facial recognition and biometrics for access control, ticketing, beer purchases, and more purchases, buying and selling. The technology is getting pushback from an unlikely group of critics. And a continuing refusal to comply with the NFL now, new policy on biometrics for security at stadiums. Las Vegas police say they would not allow the league and its digital ID partner, Wicked. I think I did a video on that before, which is a play on words. Wicked. Just put a D instead of the T. See, the Spirit is telling you Israelites what's going on, dealing with what this system is leading to. Just like you got the one hand implant, it's called dangerous things. Look that up. Like the Lord puts clues out there in the world which are obvious, but people just don't get it. It says they will not allow the league and its digital ID partner, Wicked, to register their biometrics. Okay, the officers don't want their biometrics in the system, citing of all things privacy concerns. So certain people see it, even certain cops see it. They see what's going on. But eventually it's going to be made mandatory. Okay? So certain cops are probably going to quit their jobs. And the apostle said that before. They're going to eventually, as things spiral out of control here in this country, cops are going to retire, going to quit. Things will get out of hand. Instead of sending in your local officers, they're just going to send in your troops, National Guards, and then eventually certain situations, martial law is going to be declared. And that's when the U.S. military and other militaries are going to take over. But certain people see what's going on. But what's going to change the game is when they make this technology mandatory and they have that implant. So that's it. That's it on that. I just want to, hey man, like I said, man, you have new reports coming in every day. You know. Hey, so with that, all praises goes to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, a great millstone. Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of the hopeful elect. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.